Today's event was about enabling retail teams to be transformed by technology and not kind of replaced by it. It was about understanding their place in the customer journey and helping the customer mindset to be able to make sure that they can integrate in with technology in the way that they deliver a great customer experience and make it a seamless experience rather than it being a kind of disconnected experience. That was kind of the ethos of what we're trying to get from today. We use the Museum of Brands as our event venue because of the relationship to retail and packaging and materials, and what people sell in retail is also brands. Essentially, we're a training company. We help and work in retail to help companies change the way they interact and engage with their customers. And we do that from a customer perspective. When you're looking at creating a seamless experience, it's a customer mindset on that buying journey that they have. So do we think through the different stages of the customer buying journey and how technology can support, or how our people are engaged and driving that right interaction? We've got a program called the Retail Codex. It's our corporate program where we are helping children in schools think about a career in retail. We partnered with Insider Trends because I've read lots of Cate's blogs. What I absolutely love about what they do is they understand what makes a great customer experience, not just from a people perspective, which is the angle that we come at, but they also understand from a store layout and a technology perspective how to drive a great customer experience. So we could bring the behavioural customer insight bit and the training element to what they do to kind of bring alive an event that people get a lot out of.
Possibly the most exciting thing we've done together has been the Top 50 Store Experiences report. We've helped brands like Chanel and Johnson & Johnson and Lego and Galeries Lafayette understand what's coming next in retail and how they can take advantage of it. It's no longer enough for brands to differentiate themselves through a specific product or a specific service or type of experience. Instead, there is just one thing that separates the winners from the losers. But that one thing is that relationship with customers. As we buy more and more through technology, people become more important in the experience. It may be ultimately that there are fewer people who are working in stores, but for the people who are still working in stores, their role is going to become vastly more important than it is today. The more a brand can understand their customers, the more they can relate to them. The more they relate to them, the more they can understand them. The future of tech and customer experience is not to do with screens, and especially touch screens in stores. Genuine customers maybe play around with screens like this for maybe 15 seconds before going off to do what customers always go into stores to do, which is to pick up product, to talk to knowledgeable staff, and maybe to connect with other enthusiastic customers of the brand. I think the undercurrent of this presentation has absolutely been technology. Technology is hands down the biggest driver of change, not only in retail but in business in general, and probably in our lives overall.
We're going to expect smaller shops, we're going to expect people to create real experiences for people rather than it being a very transactional activity. So we need to make sure we're using the data, using the insight to really drive a great customer experience which enhances our brand, enhances the loyalty of the brand for the customer, and drives a better customer experience. In the end, make sure we're driving revenue.
So in terms of the future of retail and tech, we think that sophisticated tech is going to make the store experience far more intuitive than ever before. It's about the assistant knowing a little bit more about the customer and using that information to provide a far more engaging, personal, human experience.